Why is Afghanistan so difficult to rule? Well, Afghanistan has been difficult to rule only in the past 1,000 years. Ever since its culture changed, ever since this foreign culture was imposed upon Afghanistan. Before Afghanistan became an Islamic region, it was Hindu Buddhist. And there was no problem in ruling Afghanistan at the time. What happened after the Islamic conquest and conversion of Afghanistan is that new ethnicities made an influx into Afghanistan. The people of Afghanistan, the original indigenous people of Afghanistan, are the Pashtuns. They are the same as the Indian people. Look at the Afghan cricket team. Do they look different from Indians? If they were walking around in India, in Mumbai or Chennai, would they look any different? Would anybody look at them twice? If I were to go to Afghanistan and and not shave for a week, wear a beard, nobody would look at me twice. I would look the same. So that's the thing. The Afghans, the Pashtuns, are the same people, same ethnicity as the Indians. But after the invasion and conquest of Afghanistan by the Turks, essentially, new ethnicities made an influx into Afghanistan. There's a great deal of Turkic component, ethnic component in Afghanistan. The Turkmen people, the Uzbek people. So there are many Uzbeks in Afghanistan. There are some Turkmens as well in Afghanistan. So these are Turkic people of Turkic ancestry. They regard the invasion of Afghanistan and India by Timur as a good thing, whereas the Pashtuns remember it with a great deal of pain, right? And they regard the so-called Mughal invasion of India and Afghanistan as a good thing, the Uzbeks. But the Pashtuns regard it as something that was painful. As we know, the Pashtuns and the Indians under King Hemu fought this invader Akbar, right? Because the Pashtuns regarded themselves as Indians, as natives, and the Turks as foreigners. So it is because of the influx of foreign ethnicities into Afghanistan, which is now part of the Afghan ethnic makeup. They're all Afghan citizens now. So it is these conflicting interests, conflicting cultures, conflicting viewpoints of history, etc., which has created so much internal strife in Afghanistan. During the Taliban era, during the civil war era, you had the Uzbek warlords and the Tajik warlords and Pashtun warlords all fighting each other, right? And so that is the reason why Afghanistan is so fragmented internally, why it is so difficult to rule, and why there is so much internal strife between the Pashtuns and other people. And the Hazaras are universally detested for being the descendants of Mongol invaders, right? So that is the history behind the strife that you see in Afghanistan today. That's why the country is so difficult to handle, because every ethnicity has a different worldview and they have different allegiances in different directions. So that is the leftover issue of history. It is the unfinished business of history. So yeah, it's going to be difficult, whoever comes to power in Afghanistan after the US withdrawal, to make peace and keep the peace in this land. So it is all a consequence of the Turkic invasions of India that this problem exists in Afghanistan today.